1953. Bob Kaprielian has been involved all of his life in athletics. He was an important part of Watertown High School's first Class B state championship football team in 1952, playing both ways for the great Joe Zeno. He later went to Northeastern following his idol, Gene Renzi, and played for the legendary Joe Zabilski. After graduating from Northeastern, Bob Kaprielian was commissioned into the Army and went to flight school and flew Army aircraft for nearly a decade, active duty in the reserves, leaving the service with the rank of captain in 1968. After leaving the service, he started a new career in the security industry. But Bob's dedication and his life has represented service to the community of Watertown. His athletic career was a good one, but it is his service to the community that has been extraordinary. He is clearly the founding father of this Hall of Fame in this year, its 10th anniversary. A number of years ago, Bob was in a discussion with Skip Vigarillo, who was a great athlete at Belmont, and was discussing Belmont's Hall of Fame and reflected that Watertown didn't have one. And Bob took it upon himself at that point in time, with the help of the Kiwanis Club of Watertown under Clyde Younger, to start the Watertown Hall of Fame. The first induction ceremony was 1992, and I don't think anybody who was associated with the Hall of Fame at that time had any real idea as to how many people would actually come. We knew we had a pretty good sale, but we didn't realize that we were going to have a dozen extra tables set up the night of the dinner, and that we were going to have almost 500 people that first night at that first Hall of Fame. What a great tribute to the vision of our founder, Bob Kaprielian. The evening marked a new zenith in town pride, the local newspaper spoke. And the Wall of Fame has grown in the foyer of the Watertown High School. Championship teams also commemorated at Victory Field. More important, I know, to our founder that through the success of this dinner, 30 college scholarships have been awarded to Watertown High School student athletes, and a scholarship endowment has been put in place that will help future generations as well. This Hall of Fame has become a scholarship institution in the best sense of the word. The first inductee on that first night was Dr. Mastrangelo, who was a wonderful contributor as a physician for so many years to our athletic teams. His was a simple acceptance speech. Thank you. Unfortunately, not well recalled by many who followed. We went from Dr. Mastrangelo to Jocko Ananian's classic speech, where we wanted to have one of those burlesque hooks to take him off the stage. And it got so bad one time, we told Kaprielian that we were going to ban all Armenian inductees from the Hall of Fame. But this has been, even though it's had some ups and downs in terms of brevity, an extraordinary experience for our community. And it's all been about our founding father and his leadership and his vision, Bob Kaprielian. But for Bob Kaprielian, this Hall of Fame has been all about community. He has been a member of a number of Watertown organizations over the years, from the Rotary Club to the AMVETS to the St. James Men's Club. He was an elected town meeting member in the 70s, served until charter reform. He's a state coordinator for AARP, a fact he doesn't well advertise, but he is. He's active in local politics, and he has a special devotion to the career of his daughter, State Representative Rachel. You know, Bob has said that the success of the Hall of Fame has little to do with him, and it has everything to do with how special a place Watertown is, and that he has been grateful for having a part in this. I think I can join everyone here. I certainly know I join the board of directors who follow his lead to tell you that this Hall of Fame and this community thread that has woven through this community over the last 10 years has everything to do with you, Bob. It does have everything to do with how special a place this community is. We are grateful that you had the vision. But be not mistaken. The success of this Hall of Fame and your induction for your special contributions has everything to do with you. Bob Kaprielian, class of 1953, please stand and recognize our founder. Please stand.
Oh, we need a picture. Okay, thank you, Robert. Well, this is indeed an honor, and there are so many people that I would like to acknowledge and thank. I'm going to reiterate what Bob said about the Kiwanis Club of Watertown and Clyde Younger. They were there at the beginning. They provided the institutional support for the hall. I would like to mention senior legends, Judge Jankowski, Don Costello. Their compass always seemed to be able to find true north. John Gannon, John would quietly see what had to be done and just went and did it. And without a doubt, and simply put, Sal Ciccarelli was indispensable. Tom Tracy, our treasurer, Lou Romanelli coordinating the high school teams and coaches, Nick Pappas outreaching to our honored seniors living in here in Watertown. Sandy Hoffman, I would like to talk about two people who were my heroes growing up, Fred Parshley and Tommy Oates. Without a doubt, nobody loved Watertown like Fred and Tom, and I will always remember them. Andy Rudlevich, each year the hall would give Andy a story, a biography, and Andy would turn it into absolute magic. I'd like to thank Bob Ford for chronicling this event every year. I'd like to thank John Moxley, who's a photographer who only forgot to come one time. Bobby Norton, each year I'm reminded just what a talent Norton is. There's nobody better behind this microphone than Bob. However is, nobody quite loves this microphone the way Norton does either. But on behalf of the committee, the Hall of Fame committee, and myself, I would like to thank the people of Watertown